women in history I'd never heard of and wouldn't be surprised if you haven't either. Today, let's talk about Princess Urduja of Pangasinan. Princess Urduja was born about 1304 CE and passed away sometime around 1377 CE. And yeah, depending on who you ask, she's either a myth, a legend, or just plain a woman who could never have existed. Except, as I like to quote, legends are not written about insignificant people. So how about we learn about her extra hard? Princess Urduja's story was recorded in the travel accounts of this guy with the last name of Batuta. He met her on his way from Indonesia to China. Oh, by the way, Pangasinan is in the Philippines, in case you're as bad at geography as I am. Anyway, she was not just any princess. She was a warrior princess, and way better than Xena. Honestly, it read like fighting was her thing. And hers was a matriarchal society, meaning that women led. And it meant that everybody was better off because, you know what? Guess what? When women run the world runs better. For example, she was widely known for ruling her people well. She was intelligent, beautiful, and dominant, the personification of kindness and virtue. But let's get away from that, because honestly, that part, yeah, it felt like it was written by a guy who felt icky about the fact that she was better at leading than men. I know, it's so different from every other time in history. We don't know anything about that, do we? Anyway, she was, quote, trained in the art of war since childhood and became an expert with the Campilan, was a skilled navigator. She fought down and dirty with her troops. Oh, and she led an army of women. They were known as skilled fighters and equestrians. That means they rode horses. And quite frankly, they were bad-ass. She loved dueling other warriors, especially men. And nobody could beat her. But as is expected of women in every point of history, she was supposed to pick a guy to complicate her life. I mean, Mary. And there was definitely a large share of the Peanut Patrol that wanted a piece of her and her power. So she said, yeah, sure, I'll get married. I'll marry the first dude who can kick my ass in hand-to-hand combat. You know, for some reason, she never got married. And apparently, men stopped even trying because they were really, really tired of being her bitch. Okay, so back to Batuta. As was customary of the time, he did not believe that women could possibly hold power. So when he got to her lands, he was the only one among his crew who declined her invitation to dinner. He claimed her people were infidels, so he couldn't eat her food. Fucking rude, let me tell you. Like I said, his men went ahead and got that free food. And when he didn't show up, Princess Urduja sent for his dumbass and made him reconsider. She brought him on in, and wouldn't you know it, when he got to the banquet, he didn't find infidels. She said, and I paraphrase, and take a lot of liberties with this. Look around, fucker. Do you see any lazy or unworthy people? Because I don't. I see my women advisors. I see my women warriors. And me, look in my eyes. Do I look fucking weak? Does my fine clothing offend you? Does my silk and gold throne look fake to you? No, I didn't think so. So sit down and eat the fucking food I had prepared for you. Like I said, I took a lot of liberties with that. He finally loosened up when she proved to him that she could speak and write in Arabic. And then she told him her story. See, she ruled because she had won a big battle, and her women fought just as hard, probably harder, than any man, especially those dumbasses who were too weak to marry her. She told him how she loved to bring other cultures to her people, make them relevant, and adopt the best parts. She told him about her travels, the things she'd conquered, and asked him to tell her whether it was worth her time to invade India, which she called the Pepper Country. He allegedly told her, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Again, taking liberties. When he finally went on his merry way, he left with gifts. Robes, 2 elephants, rice, 10 ships, and 4 large jars filled with ginger, pepper, lemons, and mangoes. I am 99% sure those things would have made me gag, because they were salted to preserve them and make them last longer while at sea. Yeah, okay, fine. You can see that I'm the salty historian. That does not mean that I like the taste of salt or the things in history that make me salty. Men. Wow, got a bad taste in my mouth there. Anyway, From what I can gather, she ruled long and ruled well. Now to the present day. People say that Batuta's stories give a snapshot into women in pre-colonial Philippines. But there are others who claim he simply plagiarized Marco Polo. And she may just be a great work of fiction, because his is the only first-hand account. And why believe oral history? That's just silly. And they claim there's no concrete archaeological evidence. Besides, strong women, no such thing. Am I right? Yeah, so anyway. Today, she's a symbol of empowerment for Philippine women. Women politicians sometimes use her as a symbol. Some say that's to legitimize their roles. She encourages a sense of national pride in the Philippines. She's inspired literature and other art, including comic books and TV, and a 2008 animated film. There are streets and schools named for her, public monuments, statues, landmarks, and the governor's office in Lingayen, I apologize if I got that one wrong, I did not look it up, is called the Urduja Palace. And still, plenty of scholars doubt that she ever existed. She's nothing more than a legend, but damn it! Legends about women seem to be dismissed pretty easily, and way more willingly than legends about men. But is it hard to see why if you really pay attention? It is way easier to dismiss strong women, capable women, in a world where patriarchy and misogyny decide. We as women fight extra hard to be heard and continue to be dismissed. We are creative, brilliant, strong, capable, great leaders, scientists, musicians, artists, philosophers, diplomats, and warriors. But big egos are fragile little things, protected fiercely by derision, cruelty, legislation, and lies. And that, my friends, is why when you hear a woman called legend, you need to learn about her extra hard.